things are starting to get real. And yesterday you asked me what was my plan. And today I'm going to tell you what will be my plan and what I'm going to do in case things go south, which I think we are really close for that happening. And of course, I'm talking about the situation between US and Iran. And I do think something's going to happen, but I also believe it will be on the weekend. Usually nothing happens during the week, while the market is open. So usually after Friday, that's when I think you should start to pay attention. And this is how I would behave, or what I would do if I wanted to protect my portfolio from any major downside, any major liquidation event that might happen. I'm not talking about only spot. Spot for me, it's untouched. I'm not going to touch it. Probably I'm going to add it, and that will be part of my plan that I will detail that to you. But yeah, let's see what's happening right now, because things are starting to get a little bit crazier. And so, yeah, let's see. First, I want to know from where you are watching. As always, I know there are people from everywhere, especially from Portugal. And I need to tell you this. If you are bored, if you feel crypto is boring, move to Portugal. In 1 month, we had storms, floods, landslides, and today 2 earthquakes. So there's nothing boring here. If you need some action, if you feel bored and lost, come to Portugal. You'll enjoy it, for sure. It will be shaky. It will be shaky for sure. So I have the alerts on just in case something starts to happen with Iran. And like I said, things are starting to escalate. And this was yesterday. So let me just place this here. And yeah, you can see here that Trump said, it's here. Should Iran decide not to make a deal, it may be necessary for the United States to use 𝗕𝗟𝗙𝗙𝗪, an airfield located in Fairford, etc., claiming that Iran might attack the UK, which is crazy, right? Kind of crazy. We are talking about this. Yeah, it's crazy what's happening right now in Portugal. So yeah, just be aware of this and get ready. And today I'm going to lay out my plan, because I have loans on Curve Finance, for example, that I'm going to protect them. I don't have any leverage positions right now, but I'm going to open. Not now. I don't believe that nothing is going to happen today or tomorrow. Again, I think after the market closes on a Friday, then if something happens, usually it's on a Saturday, the market has time to digest. And I'm going to talk about that with all of you. So and of course, smash the like button. You need to press the like button so that we can keep pushing the algo. Okay. Again, another warning. Poland is asking its citizens to leave Iran immediately. So usually this is the first sign that things are starting to escalate. And when you see something like this, it's when I don't know how's your setup, but I have a TV right in front of me where I have usually everything. Some states from my business, a dashboard that I built, and now I have this. And you know what I'm talking about. So I'm tracking this all the time. And so far, I don't think nothing is imminent. But I have it here on the TV in front of me, so I can be aware of this. And this is part of my preparation plan. I told you this yesterday. If things start to go sideways and I start to see the airspace getting clear and no traffic there, then I'm going to act. And I'm going to get back to that soon. But so far, things are escalating, but nothing suggests that it's imminent. Okay, you will see it when it's imminent. So let me see. I cannot see the likes. YouTube took me the like counter. Maybe it's better like this. But like I was saying, pay attention to this. Be on the lookout, and I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do in a few minutes. But first, I want to highlight this, because I was having this discussion this morning. I think even the bears right now are confused. Those people that claim to have called the top, and I'm not on that crew, now are claiming that we should have bottom, and we are not seeing the bounce we should. So I think that might be true to a certain point, but there's still too much uncertainty on the market for the market to bounce. This Iran situation, for example, is one of them. But I want to highlight this because I did this, and now it's the reverse. It's the reverse situation of what I did. So I'm going to show you this so that you can make your own mind about it. So look at this. Someone is asking, what is wrong with Bitcoin, I'm going to try not to curse because oil is going up, gold is going up, and silver is going up. Imagine, right? With all the situation in the Middle East, of course, these assets are going up, and Bitcoin is going down. And Alex Becker said something that it's true, and if you really think about it, it's really true. He said that for the past 2 years, it was the opposite, right? When Bitcoin went from 15K to 125K or 126, gold and silver were the best assets to buy. And this is something that I did. I already told you this publicly. So what do you think is the best asset to buy right now? Honestly, if you believe this is a cycle and you are seeing these assets flying, what do you think is the best asset to buy right now? This is a question that I want you to think. I want you to think about this. I really do, because, come on, 2 + 2 = 4, right? Unless you believe Bitcoin is dead, or that Epstein is Satoshi Nakamoto. I'm not going to join that discussion again. I already told you my opinion. But, yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of obvious right now, right? And like I said, the bears are confused, like big. They are really confused right now. So another thing that you need to understand where we are right now and why I'm buying fundamentals. I don't like to throw money away, okay? I don't like to throw money away. So if I'm buying, it's because I believe fundamentals are still there. And look at this. And this is the perfect tweet. This is the tweet, for me, it's the best one of the week. So everyone is in crypto is in an existential crisis, and BlackRock partners with Uniswap, Apollo partners with Morpho, OpenAI rollouts EVM bench, 𝗕𝗟𝗰𝗙 launches a US policy center. So I think too many are focused on the 5-minute chart. Like this, on the 5-minute chart. I think that's the major issue. I think that's the major problem right now, to be honest. Honestly, that's what I believe. Everyone is looking at the 5-minute chart. Everyone wants to buy today and get a Lambo tomorrow. And with the oil prices going up, maybe you don't want a Lambo. But do you understand what I'm telling you? If the fundamentals are there, if the companies or the projects are delivering, it's like buying companies when the stocks were down. Do you remember when Amazon has the major crash? When Tesla was done? When Netflix was done? Everyone called for the end of those. Everyone. There are always bears. There are always bears saying that now is the end. Okay? And then they bounce back. I think it's clear what I'm trying to tell you, right? I think it's clear what I'm trying to tell you and show you regarding this. Now, a little bit more of opium before we go to the plan in case things go south. So, this is kind of interesting. The last time Bitcoin was red for 5 months, then it was positive or green for another 5. What do you think about this? Right? Let's see if history repeats again, right? Maybe you are ending the red phase. Maybe we just need that capitulation week that I've told you I've been waiting for 2 weeks now. That capitulation week. Maybe that's what we are waiting. Right? Who knows? Maybe that's something that we are waiting. We need that final flush. And that's the final flush that I want you to be protected. So, just one last one. Deutsche Bank is using the Ripple ecosystem. I'm just going to leave this here. Okay? I'm not saying XRP, I'm saying Ripple. But Deutsche is using the Ripple ecosystem. So, yeah, I just wanted to leave this here. Like, just a quick one. Deutsche Bank and Ripple. Yeah, you can connect the dots. So let's go to Bitcoin. I think it's important to now go to the charts because I just spoke about Ripple, and usually people get mad that I speak about Ripple. So looking at the chart, I do believe, and I think we should have already swept these lows here, and I'm going to show you why. If you go here to the liquidation heat map, this is the 2-week time frame. You can see here around 60,600, that there are some longs, some juicy longs, and they are too comfortable here. Okay, they are too comfortable here. So I do believe we should go there. I do believe we should go, and we should come here and sweep these longs and then reverse, and maybe to go higher. Okay, and maybe go higher. And this is just my opinion. Okay, I'm still waiting for this swap. Now, what you need to be aware is that if something happens in the Iran, and we don't know how big it will be, if it will be something small or targeted or something major, right? What you need to do now, if you want, okay, and this is what I'm going to do. First, I have stable coins ready to deploy. Okay, I've done it today, and I'm going to be doing it tomorrow. I'm sending stable coins to the exchanges that usually where I buy spot, and I'm going to get them ready. I might set some crazy limit orders, some crazy ones. I'll tell them tomorrow in the live stream, but I might set some crazy, those that no one believes it will going to get hit, and I'm going to leave them there. If it get hit, fantastic. If it doesn't, I'll just execute them manually. Okay, like I said, I'm watching the airspace there. That's one of the things. Now, if you have loans on Curve Finance, on 𝗕𝗏, on 𝗪𝗏𝗁, on, I don't know, one of those DeFi protocols, you have two options. Provide collateral, like so that your liquidation price is almost zero. You remember 10th of October, right? So almost zero, or repay your loans. Repay your loans. Don't get liquidated again. Okay? Remember that are protocols that once you hit liquidation, that's it. For example, Curve Finance, they have soft liquidation. They have a liquidation ban, and then you don't get immediately liquidated. If you keep going lower, it starts to liquidate your position. But when you are inside the soft liquidation zone, you cannot add collateral. Okay? Just remember this. So, stablecoins ready. Repay your loans or add more collateral. I'm going to do that. I'm going to deploy more collateral on my loans. I don't want to pay them. And so that most of them, my liquidation price is already zero, but I'm going to guarantee that it's zero. Okay, so I'm okay. I sleep well. I know I won't be liquidated. And this is one of the things. Secondly, if you are afraid of your spot bag, there are two things you can do. If you have a futures account that allows you to do this, open a short. Not today, unless you think it's going to start today, or you are tracking the airspace like me. Open a short. That will protect you from your downside if it goes in how can I say this? If it really will be major. Okay? If it's something major, you just open a short. You hedge your portfolio. It's easy. There's nothing to be worried about. Another thing you can do, sell. Just sell. And then you are confident on stables, and if nothing happens, you slept well, and maybe you are going to buy 1 or 2% higher or 5% higher, but you are protecting your portfolio from a 20% or 30% downside. This is what you should do. I'm not going to sell, like I told you, I'm okay with spot. I'm going to deploy stables in case there's opportunity to buy more. But this is what I'm going to do. Stables on exchanges, because I don't have anything on exchanges except my trading account. I'm going to have the stables there. I'm going to open shorts to protect it, to hedge my portfolio. My loans will be near zero, the liquidation price, or zero, and I'll be okay. I'm just not going to sell because luckily I don't need to sell it, and if it goes lower, for me it will be an opportunity because I do believe in what's happened and that fundamentals are still there. So I just want you to be aware of this, okay? This is what I'm going to do. This is my plan, and this is what I think you should do. You have time to prepare. You have time to think. I don't think nothing is going to happen today unless Trump wants to crash the market, which I don't believe it will. It's like one day till the weekend. So this is what I'm going to do. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you have any plans in case things go the other way, okay? Because there's the risk of a major downside. I don't know if it goes to 30K like someone is saying, but yeah, if it goes better. If it doesn't, you are okay. Just protect yourself and sleep well. I think that's the most important part. Everyone is calling for 30K Bitcoin right now. Everyone. Everyone is calling for 30K Bitcoin. Yeah, keep manifesting. It worked for the 69. It just took a year to get there. But yeah, and we have a few all-time highs in between. But yeah, keep manifesting that. So regarding Bitcoin, I do believe that we are going to sweep the lows. Yeah, that's what I believe, to be honest. I'm not going to tell that we are going up. We should reverse. Honestly, I think we should have a reversal. But any reversal right now can happen for two reasons. First, nothing's going to happen with Iran, and we are okay. And we reverse, and that's the best situation because it means there's no conflict. I don't want to use the word here because of the algo, but that's the best situation, not because of our portfolios, but because of peace and humankind. But that's one of the situations that I'm seeing. Okay, nothing happens, and we start to go higher, or something really happens, and then we get our sweep. Either way, I do believe we are going to sweep this. Okay, I don't see a scenario that we move up and leave this juicy longs here so comfortable. Okay, just my opinion. We don't need to get to 59, maybe just here. 62, 60, I'll say this area here. I don't believe it will be. I'm going to even set an alert here. This is what I'm counting, and I'm stand by it. Okay, I'm going to stand by it. Someone is saying Ethereum should be the best, and the other one is saying Solana should be the best. Let's settle this way. ℕ it's the best. Okay, so it's settled. ℕ it's the best. So regarding Ethereum, I don't know what to tell you, honestly. It's bouncing from support. I was already expecting lower. I'm still expecting lower, but it seems that it doesn't want to go lower. And I might be wrong here. This support here is holding on pretty well. So, yeah. I don't know. Honestly, I would like to... I would like to give you trades here, but 𝗏𝗏 is the best. Again, let's settle on ℕ. Let's agree to disagree. Guys, if you want to try, just one thing, okay? Yesterday the trades went to profit, and I told in my community that we closed them, okay? And I cannot follow the trades after I giving it to you. So, but yesterday they went on profit. I told in my community, it's on profit, so we are going to close it. So the trades I'm giving you here on this channel at this time, between sessions, they are scalps, okay? If you see that you are in profit, stop loss at break even immediately, okay? Just to be clear with this, I cannot help you managing your trades. So if you want to trade and if you want to follow the trades I'm giving you here, first you go to Bluefin and register, and then you need to manage them, okay? And then you need to manage them, because I'm not able to tell you, look, I already closed the trade. And I've not been very active on X, as you know, for several reasons, but also because I think X is a swamp right now of bots, and I don't want to be there. So yeah, but this is a trade I'll take, okay? Tight stop loss as always, and just a quick scalp. Just a quick scalp. And I'll set my TPs around these levels. But again, do not lose money. If you see the trades going positive, I don't know if it's no, sorry. Come on. If you see it's going positive, just let me put here. Yeah, this is a stop loss I want. Okay, so if you see if it's positive, whatever, you're not seeing it, just take the trade, okay? Just don't take the trade. Sorry, if it's positive, put the stop loss and break even. These are scalps. I like to scalp, and scalp is where I perform best. So yeah, and I don't think I have a screenshot here, but I did share it on yesterday on my community. So I will take this trade. Okay, I would long Ethereum here. I do think it's at support, so it doesn't make sense not to long it. And yeah, let's try to find another one. This was an awesome short. Let's see if we can get another trade. Finally, someone agrees with me regarding H-bar. Finally. I think I was the only one bullish on H-bar. Finally. H-bar is such a good one. So, I'm not going to touch Bitcoin right now. Regarding XRP, I still have this here. Now, CRV. Okay, CRV is approaching support. You might want to try a long here. Sorry. This is a risky one, but it's with a tight stop loss. We don't have any reversal signs right now. But yeah, I can take this one. I can take this stop loss if it's the case. So yeah. Again, this is just suggestive targets, and always use a stop loss. This might be a good one, honestly. I'm going to, who believes H-bar, it's the Solana Ethereum killer, just to get the shit moving. Just to get the shit moving. And I want to talk about this. Who already has the cast card? I don't know if I can show you this. Let me see if I can show you this. You should get, I'm going to go offer an X card to one of you. I already said this, okay? If you don't win an X card, do not blame anyone, just yourself, because you didn't use my link below. But look what I don't know if you can see this. How can I show you this? Let me try to take a screenshot. I know you guys are going to love this. I'm just going to, for safety stuff, okay? I want to show you this because I want, maybe I can, if we get enough signups, maybe I can offer one of these to one of you. I'm going to show you now. You see if I can. Yeah, look at the card I just got. Can you see it? Or do I need to look at this? You know what this is, right? So maybe if we get enough signups, I can ask a code so I can give one of you this, a 𝗕𝗟𝗋𝗵 cast card. I got mine already. So you should join the waitlist. You can go to my X, you have the link there. But yeah, just sign up at cast, and maybe beside an X card, I can offer you, who knows, right? I can offer you a 𝗕𝗟𝗋𝗵 card, cast card. You'd be cool, right? I love to do giveaways. I really do. So yeah, it's up to you. You just need to use the link on the description. And maybe something on 𝗲𝗏𝗏 too. I don't know. I'm trying to set up a few things for you. Since the market is boring, let's get some good giveaways for getting things a little bit spice up. Or you can move to Portugal, like I said. Apocalypse now in Portugal. So this trade is moving. Managed it. Just do your own management. Same for Ethereum. Now it's kind of below the entry, but nothing major. If you don't like it, just close it. This is like a few cent loss. I'm going to keep these two. I'm going to keep them. And yeah, just be aware, this is between sessions. This is the worst time to open trades, but I want to give you trades. So I hope you understood my plan for in case the worst happens. And protect yourself, protect your money. Others' opinion doesn't matter. If you want to sell it, don't tell anyone, don't say it, but sell it, protect yourself, sleep well at night, and you'll understand that being an investor in crypto, assets, whatever, is the best thing in the world. If you make the right decisions, know when to stand still and know when to act to protect yourself. See you all tomorrow.